Yes, people, and welcome back to Punches and Pundits. Now, before we start, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube. And if you're listening to any sort of audio platform, make sure to download the episodes. Now, yesterday, well, a couple hours ago, we had UFC 323 in Las Vegas, headlined by Marab against Peter Yan. And I don't, beforehand, you're thinking, would it be a shock if Peter Yan wins? And honestly, I feel like yes and no. Because Peter, first of all, and I put this on Instagram, that was single-handedly for me the best individual performance of the year. Considering the opposition, considering the fact that Marab had beat Peter Yan before, Peter Yan put in an absolute masterclass, bro. From start to finish, takedown defense on point. And like a lot of people that have fought Marab have good takedown defense. You're like, he done well, he takedown defense, Umar, Sanhagen, but their offense wasn't their offense volume wasn't high enough to actually win those rounds. But Peter Yan was landing flush on Marab, busted him up, landed solid kicks and punches to the body, really hurt him. I think it was in round 3 or round 4. And that was no mercy. That was Peter Yan, no mercy. That was the guy that was on the come up that won the belt against Aldo. That was him right there. I feel like he's resumed, the potential that we saw when Peter Yan won that belt, against Aldo. We were like, he's gonna beat him at 135. We were like, he's gonna put his name in the lights about possibly being the greatest bantamweight in all time. And he's had setbacks, he's had close decision losses, but I feel like he's fully resumed, and it could be the start of the Peter Yan era again. High key.
Yeah, for me, he won every round, in my opinion. Some people say it was closer, but I thought he won every round. A very, very dominant win. But on the flip side, I don't want to take a lot away from Peter Yan again. Like Louis said, one of the best performances we've seen from a challenger in a title fight, especially against a guy like, Marab, who's on the run he's on. But Marab fighting 4 times in a year, looking back now, of course we can look back. Was it smart? Was it a wise thing to do? He's coming off, a back and forth fight against Sanhagen. Okay, he dominated, but still, it was a...
That was in October.
Yeah, but it was a tough fight. It literally happened a couple months back. It's like, was it wise for him to do this again? Who are the people that are advising him? His managers, his coaches, the people around him. I think he's been ill-advised. Again, I don't want to take anything from Peter Yan, but that was something that we need to discuss as well. I don't understand how you can fight. When you're at the top of your game, when you're a champion, you've got no reason to fight 4 times a year.
But that's history.
No, but I know, but you do that if you're a contender. You do that if you had a quick knockout win. Marab's having decision wins, or he's taking it deep into fights, deep into the fight. It's not like he's finishing guys in the first round or first minute where he can fight 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah.
So personally, I think that wasn't a wise decision. Now there's a bit of a dilemma for the UFC. What do they do with Peter Yan? Because there were talks of, okay, if O'Malley wins his next fight, do you do O'Malley versus Peter Yan at the White House? But then isn't that disrespectful to Marab, who's a company man, who's had X amount of defenses, who's been the champion for that long? Marab absolutely deserves a rematch, but does Marab get given 6-7 months to recover from having a tough year? Let Peter Yan defend the belt?
Yeah.
Not out of disrespect to Marab, but just to let Marab recover. Because there's no way Marab's fighting at the White House, in my opinion. 4 times in 1 year. He'll probably want to, but the people around him shouldn't let him. Then what do you do?
Well, to be fair,
do you do O'Malley versus Yan? You've got history. USA versus Russia at the White House. It sounds like a perfect fight.
I think it's pretty straightforward. I'll be honest. I think, and to be honest, when I saw the fight get announced, Umar against Figueiredo, it's one of them ones where like Figueiredo's ranked like 8th and Umar's the number 1 contender after he beat Bautista. Honestly, Umar against Peter Yan is a fight. And they were originally booked, right? Or they were supposed to fight. That's the fight I want to see. I know that O'Malley's got a win against Peter Yan. Contentious back in Abu Dhabi. I remember UFC 280. But the truth of the matter is, Umar against Peter Yan is an unbelievable scrap. And I agree with you that Marab, you know, it's one of them ones where he could easily have a case of having an immediate rematch and make a trilogy with Peter Yan. Of course, there's a case for that. Putting up the belt for the fourth time, you know, what he's a company man, this, that, and the other, and it is 1-1. But I think it's important for him to take a break for at least 6, 7, 8 months. And if Umar gets through Figueiredo unscathed, I say let Peter Yan fight Umar. Because Umar wants to be active. Umar's missed a lot of time. Like, Umar's... that's been a big issue for Umar.
Yeah,
He doesn't fight
You know,
regularly.
but Umar did he not have a hand injury?
Yeah. But
So-
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
realistically, after the Bautista fight, you know, if he knew that Peter Yan would win, I don't even feel like they needed to book the Figueiredo fight. But I think Umar's gonna get another win on his record. I'm not trying to discredit Figueiredo, but we saw Figueiredo lose a few times now at bantamweight. Yeah, I feel like that's the fight to make. Now, if Sean O'Malley goes out there, sparkles Song Yodong, puts a good promo, can I see the UFC making that fight again? Yeah, I can. But let's not discount Song Yodong either. I think Sean O'Malley's just gonna run through him and outstrike him and whatnot. Like, that's a hard fight. So I think right here, right now, the fight that I want to see next for Peter Yan is Umar. And if later down the line, Marab can slot in whenever he's ready, whether that be against Peter Yan or that be against Umar, because he's got wins over both.
I got a question for you. Yeah?
Mm.
People are saying if Marab wins this fight, he's fighter of the year. Even with that loss, do you still think he's fighter of the year? Obviously you've got Makachev, who's a 2-weight world champion, but
That's a good
Marab's
question.
run was unprecedented. I
Yeah.
know he lost, but the fact that he was willing to go and defend his belt 2 months after winning against Sanhagen,
Yeah.
is he still fighter of the year, or do you give it to Makachev?
That's a
tough,
good
innit?
question. I'll be honest. Like, before yesterday, yeah, you'd have to say Marab. It's not like he got sparkled. You know what I'm saying? He lost the decision. Yeah, like, I mean, Jan, like, I hear what you're saying, like, and especially Marab does the weight cut, like, old school method. Like, he doesn't eat, he doesn't drink from, like, Wednesday onwards. Like, he doesn't do nutritionist, this, that, and the other, and you're doing it four times a year and whatnot. Like, it's a lot. But Pion just, like, he looked like a man on a mission. Took Marab down, the trips were there, the punches were there, the striking was crisp, and he didn't get tired. He won the fourth and fifth, bro. How many times have we sat here and said, Marab dropped the first round against Sanhagen, dropped the first round and then took over. Umar took over. Sean O'Malley destroyed them in the second one. But for Jan to look fresh, fourth and fifth, and still just bam, bam, bam. Marab was 2 from what, 26 or something? 2 from 26, and he didn't hold him down once. Peter Yan, do you know what? Peter Yan said in that first fight, I couldn't throw my right hand. All my right hand side was basically chalked off. You have to believe him. You have to believe him. And I also think it's mad with fighters, right? Because he was on such a high. The whole thing happens with Aljamain Sterling, and then he loses that. And I think that was a big blow for him mentally. It was a mental thing for him. Peter Yan, skill for skill. Like, let's not lie. Like, when we really, like, his boxing, his takedown defense, even his offensive wrestling, bro, he's a problem. Like, a serious, like, it could dominate 135, 100%. Against Sean O'Malley, like, I thought Peter Yan won. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if he doesn't lose...
Yeah, even that first Aljo loss was a controversial loss, disqualification loss.
And Aljo's win in the second one was
It was a
pretty...
good win.
That was a good win.
But the first loss, it was almost like he didn't have to do that. He was in control. So, yeah, right. Some of his losses as well are a bit...
Yeah, they're definitely a bit shaky, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that played in the confidence.
But all week, Peter Yan was super confident, even in the interviews at the press conference.
Mm.
You're thinking, where's he getting his confidence from? He's up against Marab, a pound for pound great, yeah?
Mm.
I'm thinking, where's he getting his confidence from? But I feel like he's done his homework. Him and his camp, they found holes in Marab's game. We shouldn't just pin it to me. I shouldn't just pin it to Marab fighting 3-4 times a year.
Mm.
Maybe Peter Yan's team done their homework because it was a completely different fight from the first fight. They've both improved, but it's like Marab made the adjustments. I'm sorry, Peter Yan made the adjustments, and it's like he's smooth. It was such a smooth win. He was just
But he beat him up. Like Marab,
he just breezed it. Like it was like
Marab,
everything he wanted to do, he did.
Marab kind of, he got put in a blender. I can't lie. Like those kicks to the body, like you have the champ wincing.
Whatever technique he went for, he pulled it off. It was a dominant performance, and I can't lie.
That's why for me, name me a better individual performance than that, considering the opposition.
In a title fight, a challenger against a champion.
Yeah. Or vice versa, champion defending his belt.
I mean,
Marab hasn't.
No, there's quite a few. I mean, you've always got to look at.
Okay, you look at Islam JDM. That was, but like, he didn't hurt. I know, but he didn't hurt them at any point. Both of them didn't. Like, if Marab wasn't such a tough guy, he's out of there. That body kick folds most of the bantamweights. The punches, the hooks to the body, like he. You know how we have this thing about Peter Yan, he's downloading the data. He didn't download the data yesterday. He was on go from minute one.
Like he downloaded the data before the fight.
Yeah, in the
jump, just
bro,
unloaded, bro. It's like Marab wasn't ready, or he was worn out.
Well, Marab's come out and he said he was fighting a virus and he's got a broken hand or whatever it may be. But you can't then Marab. I'm not trying to be funny, but you can't be in the press conference saying to Peter Yan, "Are you gonna make an excuse? Are you gonna make excuses?" And then tweet that out once you've lost.
Marab's moved camps as well, hasn't he? Because I know he moved to Vegas, but it's like he's not with Longo and Serra no more.
They're still there.
Right, but he trains out in Vegas.
Yeah, but they're still cool. But do you hear what I'm saying, though? You can't, in the press conference, you can't say to Peter Yan, like, yo, don't say you're injured. You're going to say you're injured once you lose, and then you come out and say...
expected, though. Every time someone loses, they're always going to talk about something.
Why can't you just say you was the better man, like, or keep that to yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I just want to give credit to Peter Yan. I think that's where I want to go with this. I want to say that win is a very impressive win. And I think that makes a big statement for the rest of 135 that Marab seemed like this uncrackable code. Even Umar, like, gave him a really hard fight, but then Marab took over. Technicians like Corey and Sean O'Malley on the feet couldn't solve it. And to go to stuff best part of 20 takedowns and really stuff them. Like, really stuffed them. They're not even getting, like, straight underhook, boom, against the fence. And he's turning, and he took Marab down. He was offensively wrestling. I couldn't believe it, bro.
No, I can't lie. I was in shock as well. I was in shock. I did not see it coming. And he just dominated him everywhere. The wrestling, the striking. And Marab had no answer. He made Marab look like a regular contender. If you were to forget Marab, what he's
was
done,
the champ, yeah.
How he was a champ and he defended that many times, you wouldn't have given him a rematch off that performance. But because of what he's done, his body of work, his willingness to fight whenever warrants him the immediate rematch.
I'll be honest,
but
though.
It's just
I'll be honest, though.
I'm lost for words.
Peter Yan firing on all cylinders is the best 135 on the planet. He's proved it because
off that performance yesterday, he is.
What adjustments does Marab have?
Yeah, Marab needs to go in. Firstly, he needs to recover from having a heavy year, and he needs to go in with a wrestling heavy approach.
So you're saying
he was striking too much. I mean, when did he go for that first takedown? He never went for that first takedown
until round 2.
Yeah, it's like, what's he doing? He needs.
But
he needs to jump. He needs to push for that takedown immediately.
Mo, he had 25 takedown attempts, bro.
I know.
But it's not like. Do you remember when Bilal fought JDM? Yeah. And he wasn't. Marab realized quickly, I need to take this guy, and he couldn't. That's what I'm saying. What adjustments does he
Well, he
do?
needs to switch it up. Then he needs to maybe
Or
chain the takedowns or go for a different approach.
Marab is right, and he's like, I was battling this, that, and the other, and if he's fully fresh, he does manage to take him down. Just like Peter Yan said, I wasn't fully fresh, and I was getting taken down because of that.
Marab's taken down good guys with good takedown defense. You know, he took down Umar, who's a good wrestler. You know, it's like he should be able to take Peter Yan down, but then Peter Yan has made adjustments. He's not the same guy he was in that first fight.
But Peter Yan is not just a contender.
He's former
Peter Yan's been a
champion.
champ, bro.
Yeah, man, former champion.
Peter Yan, in terms of the convos we were having 5 years ago, we were saying he's the one. He's the chosen one, bro. When Marab was like battling with contenders, this, that, and the other, Peter Yan was champ. Like, yo, this guy, no mercy. The Russian, you know what I'm saying, spinning wheel kicks, like, just too cold with it. You know what I'm saying? So, what a win by Peter Yan. And, yeah, for me, they should make the Umar fight. I'm a bit bummed out. Like, if Umar and Figueiredo have a war and Umar still wins and whatnot, then Sean O'Malley might have a real chance for a real case if he sparkles Song Yadong. I'll be real. What is it? Is it the same card?
I don't know what card it is, you know, because they announced so many fights.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. But
I don't even know which is which, but on which card it is.
But yeah,
But then again, does O'Malley deserve it, bro? Even if he beats Son Yadong, does he deserve it? The winner of Umar Figueiredo deserves it more. If Umar wins.
Yeah, I don't think Figueiredo should.
If Umar wins, but O'Malley winning. Yeah, I don't. I mean, but then again, Son Yadong is on a bit of a run. So if Son Yadong beats O'Malley,
Yeah, but Pete Yan
do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. It's a tough one, but it's a good weight class and it's good. It's a good.
Yeah,
thing
well,
to have, you know?
135 is always live.
Yeah.
I can't lie. But yeah, moving swiftly on. Oh, I was bummed out, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah. I mean, we all saw what happened. Obviously, a devastating injury to Pantoja before the fight even got cooking. I mean, nothing really happened.
But I mean, there was the exchanges were flying. Pantoja was going.
Pantoja was doing vintage Pantoja pressure.
Just going at him.
Nothing really happened. Like it ended before it really started. And it's like, you know, I've got to really speak on this as well. Joshua Van, as much as we like him, talented fighter, he's young. I think he showed his youth a bit and his inexperience. Because you can't celebrate that, you know. I think it's wrong to celebrate an injury. It's not like he caused the injury. You know what I mean? It's like the guy was posting and then he done his elbow. I mean,
he threw a kick and then
yeah.
No, I get.
But then it's not like but it's not like.
But this is his life work, though.
I know, but come on, you can't. The fight can't end that way, and you celebrate. It's Weidman and Silva all over again. You know, it's like you can't celebrate that. And I think he's gonna look back and be a bit embarrassed. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I can't lie. When he went,
but don't celebrate.
Yeah, when he went on his teammate's shoulders and was like going around the octagon, it did seem a bit much. But who are we to say really, like, bro? Like, at the end of the day, he's champ now. Now, Pantoja, like, if I'm looking at the flyweight division now, right? Van basically didn't have a fight. Yeah, so he's fresh as a daisy. Only the weight cut was done, and Van's not a big guy. He needs the UFC need to move things around, and Van needs to get back in there. And like, if he gets a win, defends his belt, like at least it's like cool, because it's one of them ones where like people will argue, well, you didn't actually beat Pantoja. But to quiet down that talk, at least beat Tatsuro Taira, who beat Moreno yesterday. They've been scheduled to fight before. Beat him and be like, well, I've defended my belt now. Yes, I want to fight Pantoja as one of the greatest flyweights ever. But in the meantime, I'm trying to get to work and add a defense. You know what I'm saying?
Because Pantoja's going to be out for a while with that injury.
But this is what I'm saying. No, so they're saying it's dislocated shoulder, which doesn't make sense, right? Because it doesn't make sense, right? Because it looked like it was his elbow and stuff. So
so if Pantoja's out for a while due to injury, you know, surgery, rehab, whatever, that might take a year. So Joshua Van has to defend the belt, and you're right. You've got a few contenders there.
Nah, it's one clear one though.
Yeah, no, but because it's a new champion, you can still make him fight other guys as well. Yeah, you could do. I don't know if he beats Taro, you could do Moreno.
No, I think one defense. If it's a dislocation and it's not
Bro, he
broken,
might be out for a year because I don't know I'm not a doctor yet, but he might need surgery.
no.
Or
But
he,
they're saying a dislocation is not a break, so a dislocation is way less.
but then, okay, but then I'm pretty sure John Jones dislocated his shoulder.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
He was supposed to fight.
Do you remember? Do you remember Paul Craig and Hill? Do you remember Paul Craig and Hill?
That was an elbow though, wasn't it? Was that shoulder?
No, that was elbow.
Yeah. How long was Hill?
He wasn't out that long.
Right.
He was at 6 months.
Yeah, but even 6 months is quite a bit from now.
Yeah, but if Van gets a defense and then
Yeah.
so for me, I think UFC have to rebook Aspinall Garn, and now they have to put Van and make him have a title defense. I don't know which card or what's got the space for it, but don't like, because the thing is that Van now is in a position where, like, yeah, he's champion, but like people are just gonna have that asterisk. If I'm Van, get back into the octagon ASAP. You feel like you're the best in the world. I'll be honest. To be fair, we'll get into it, but I thought Moreno would beat Tyra, so I was wrong. I'm not saying that Tyra's is Tyra easier matchup than Pantoja. Yeah, well, yeah. So you're probably having an easier fight. Not that it will be easy, but easier than Pantoja. Go in there, defend your belt. You know what I'm saying? And then wait for Pantoja, or if not, continue defending it until he comes back. But don't sit on the shelf for 6 months, fresh as a daisy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Joshua Van's like that, because he stepped up on short notice to fight Royval. He's done these things. He's ready. He's active. He's always in the gym. So I expect Hunter Campbell to be like, yo, like we're trying to get you to fight ASAP. And I'll be honest, right? Because the flyweight belt is one of them ones where it's not like the most prestigious. It's a UFC belt, right? But do you remember when Shevchenko and Grasso fought, and it was at UFC Noche, and it wasn't on a pay-per-view? Slap it on a fight night with a crowd. I'm not trying to be funny. Put Tatsuro Taira against Van. If it's
it could be a White House one for the White House, but like the prelim, not even the prelims, but like the 5th fight on the main card.
Yeah,
they're gonna want to stack that card anyway. This would be like a ticket.
I hear that, but if you got like if you
technically, I mean, Van technically is an American fighter, even though he's born in Miami.
No, he claims Miami.
He claims Miami, yeah. But I mean, he fights out of Houston, Texas.
Yeah. But no, but genuinely, like, even if that's not to be considered, I don't know the exact where the car. I know they just announced UFC Houston, which will be Fluffy against Strickland, but I think they got Seattle or something along those lines. Put them on there. Or guess what? We're gonna have a stinky UFC London. Why don't you put it on there? I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah, UFC London, you've got no English.
Bro, I'm not even
unless Leon Edwards can recover, but even he got knocked out.
Oh, come on, we're not in 2020.
No, but he got knocked out as well, so it's like.
No, I'm not like genuinely as UK fight fans. Like, not only are you putting it at a silly o'clock, I think main card starts at 10 p.m. Which, why are you doing that? You done it for the paper. At least
Gunnar Nelson will be back in it. You know what I mean? At least Gunnar Nelson.
No, but I'm being serious. Why can't you, for the fight night? Why can't you put Tatsuro Taira against Van? Bring them to London. Why not? Why not do that? It's in March. We have no British stars. Paddy's fighting for the interim
belt.
Tom Aspinall
He's out with injury,
and that's a pay-per-view fight anyways. Yeah. Leon Edwards, no one wants to see Leon Edwards headline a card anymore.
But then again, he won't even. I don't think he'll recover in time because it was a heavy knockout. So even he.
So genuinely, like, who would
MVP, but he's not booked to fight MVP. MVP will probably headline it. That's your only option.
Yeah.
MVP against who though? And he's probably gonna want to wait out for the White House card.
No, what do you think of my shout? I think that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Slap it on London. Why not? The flyweight belt is not one of them where, like, you need to put it on a pay-per-view. We've seen it with Shevchenko against Grasso. Put it on UFC Fight Night London. Headline that. Build their profile over here. Joshua Van, young guy, Tatsuro Taira, same. You know what I'm saying? And let them fight for the flyweight belt. Because it kind of feels like an interim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I totally get that. And people won't respect Van until he does get that defense, I think, because of
Yeah.
the manner of the win. You know, it wasn't really a win. But yeah,
But yeah, going into the third fight.
Cejudo.
No. Tatsuro Taira against Moreno. We have to
Oh yeah,
actually break that
Tetsuro
down,
Taira,
right?
yeah.
So, to Taira,
But
Moreno. The
I
stoppage
was
was a bit
shocked. Yeah,
shaky.
but I was shocked.
Yeah,
He looked good, man. He looked good. I didn't see it coming, but I thought Moreno, former
experience.
champion, experience. He's gonna show him the ropes. He's gonna show him levels. But Tyra, fair play to him. Fair play to him.
The
To an
stoppage was
extent.
a little bit quick.
Yeah,
I won't lie,
it was a,
especially
it
when
was a
you,
typical TKO. But they're right.
yeah,
The ref,
especially when
yeah,
Moreno's like, really, like you can see he's got his wits about him. Like he's like,
yeah.
really, like. But if you're not into it, I don't know. I
But
would
it's
have
not about
given him
intelligent. You're look in that position. You're stuck. You
no,
want
but
to
he was
move.
moving though.
No, but you want to move, but like you're stuck. Like it's like you can't move even if you want to.
Yeah.
So it's like all you can do is block your face and put your thumbs up to the ref. But sometimes that's not enough.
Mm.
You know, it's a tough one.
He could have ate. He could have given him 10, 15 more seconds. I can't lie. But yeah, like I said, Tyra v Van, first quarter of next year, 100% get it done. They both barely got any damage. Where
What
does
is-
that bring Moreno? Like, you know what I'm
Moreno's
saying?
in a
Like,
weird position now, and he's a small. He's not a big flyweight as
no,
well.
he can't move up
He
to
will never go
bantamweight.
up to bantamweight, so he's in a tough position. I don't know what he's gonna do.
And he's taken breaks in between. Like, like for example, Kai Kara France has taken a break and this, that, and the other. It's like, what if you can't get past Moreno's been champ, so it's a bit different than Kai Kara France. But when you can't like get over that hurdle, like it gets repetitive in that division. I'll be honest. And it's like there's only so many times that people like we got Moreno v Figueiredo 4 times.
Yeah, they need some. They need some new blood in that flyweight division.
Yeah.
But did they not have a good fighter come back recently?
Oh my man.
Horiguchi.
Horiguchi.
Horiguchi's a legend, man, showing people the ropes.
Oi.
Yeah, so Horiguchi's
One fight away, I think.
he wants it as well. So
I think if Pantoja would have won,
yeah.
they might have made that, But yeah, for me, other than Peter Yan's performance, the next best performance was Peyton Talbot. Oh my gosh.
He's a new contender at bantamweight. Before he was a bit people saying he's just hype, but to beat Cejudo, okay, it's not
The
prime,
way that he did.
it's not prime Cejudo, but he absolutely battered him on the feet, which was expected in my opinion. But in the wrestling department as well,
He got two
he
takedowns.
defended pretty much everything, and he took Cejudo down.
You see his face when he got the
Yeah,
takedown.
it's just stuck his tongue at him. But what I don't get as well, this goes back to American wrestling. This is what I'm saying. This whole narrative, around I'm a Division 1 wrestler. We've got Cejudo, who's a gold medalist in wrestling.
Mm.
It doesn't always translate to MMA. Of course, Cejudo in his prime, monster. But even out of his prime, he should still bank on his wrestling against a guy in Peyton who's not a grappler, who was exposed not too long ago for having poor grappling. To be taken down by him when you're a gold medalist, I don't care how past it you are, it's a bit embarrassing.
I'll be honest.
From Cejudo's perspective, you have to be honest with him.
Yeah.
It's a bit embarrassing. You're a
No,
gold
but
medalist,
I
don't care if
think
it's early career.
Cejudo 5 years ago or 8 years ago beats Peyton.
Yeah. But,
But-
even then, you should still bank on your wrestling as a gold medalist. You shouldn't be taking.
Yeah, but I'll be honest though, if Peyton Talbot has been in the gym
But he battered.
only focusing on that, like, I'm not trying to be funny. Talbot getting a takedown, yeah, that's like one of them where it's like to Cejudo, it's like rah. But defending the takedowns, like if Talbot's been in the gym and he saw like I ain't gonna become a top 10, top 5, or possibly champ if I don't fix this, and he's been in the gym and that's all he's been working on, like against the cage, making sure his base is strong, sprawling, like, and he's doing that again and again and again and again and again. He's made massive improvement. Who did he fight before Cejudo? Because he lost to Barcelos, and Barcelos was taking him down at will. But I think that's a mixture of like he just thought he was gonna breeze Barcelos. I don't even think he gave that training camp the focus that it required. That I feel like, what I'm saying, if Peyton Talbot fought Barcelos again, he'd beat him, right? But yeah, no, yeah, I agree. Talbot's a contender now. He's going to be ranked in the top 10. Cejudo was top 10
Cejudo ruined his career when he retired.
when he took those breaks.
Did he not retire after beating Dillashaw? Or was it
He
a fight
was
after
he
that?
he retired
There was a
well
fight
after he beat
Dillashaw, wasn't
Cruz
it? Yeah, he beat Dominic Cruz. Yeah, you're right. He beat Dominic
with
Cruz.
a knee.
Yeah,
That was during COVID
yeah. Then he retired for no reason whatsoever.
because he wanted more money.
Yeah, which is nonsense. Yeah, because he ruined his career. He comes back a couple years later, bro. Has he not lost 4 fights in a row? I'm pretty sure he lost 4 fights in a row.
Let me
I'm
fact
pretty
check.
sure.
Let me fact check that.
I'm pretty sure he's lost 4 fights in a row. Cejudo retiring for no reason whatsoever ruined his career. He tried to basically negotiate with the UFC, tried to basically say, listen, I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to come back unless you pay me more. Dana was like, okay, we don't need you. And Dana won the war. Dana won the war.
Yeah, no wins since 2020.
The guy hasn't lost.
He took 3 years off.
And he's lost 4 fights in a row.
He lost 2023 to Sterling. He lost 2024 to Marab and 2025
he lost to Sonya
Song.
Dong, and he lost to
Peyton
Peyton
Talbot.
Talbot now. So, was retiring in your prime, you know, what, he retired in 2021, was it?
2020.
2020. So that's what, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He was 38 now, so he was 33 then. Even 33, you know, you're not young, you're not old, but it's like prime years, yeah?
Mm.
Why did you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
You know, it made no sense whatsoever. And I think he'll regret that looking back, because he could have went down as the greatest bantamweight if he just kept going. He was in a flow, like he was on a run.
But it's one
And
of them.
he killed his own momentum.
I know, but it's one of them ones like he's Olympic champ, he's 2-weight world champion, he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer, but
let's not act like he had a
no. He had a good career, but he had a bad ending.
no. He had a better than a good career, bro.
He had a good career.
He had bro. Is better than a good career.
Bro, okay.
He's one of 11 people or 12 people to become 2-weight world champion.
Okay, and he defended both belts.
And he's an Olympic gold medalist. Like at the end of the day, when Cejudo,
no, but that gold medalist has. I know people mention it, but it's not MMA. Do you know what I mean? I know, but it's still one of his accolades. I get it. But he had a great career. But I think someone of his ability,
well, he could have done more,
and his talent could have done more.
Mm.
He could have dominated that bantamweight division. It was there to be dominated. Now you've got killers. You can't leave for 4 years.
You think
there's some dangerous guys that are around now.
You think Prime Cejudo would have beat Prime Peter Yan?
He would have. I believe he would have. I think a prime. Imagine a prime Cejudo versus a prime Marab.
Where they fought?
Prime.
Marab. Yeah.
Was it prime versus prime? Was that not when?
2023.
Yeah. Was that not when he came back after the break? And I know they fought, but imagine he fought him straight after that Cruz win.
Hold on, let me ask you a question, because from your answer right there, Peter Yan fights Marab 10 times. How many times is what's the average?
You know, it's a tough one, isn't it?
Nah, because just by your answer there, yeah,
they're already one-on-one. But it's a tough one, because do we believe Marab when he says he came into the fight a bit compromised? Do we believe it or not? If we don't believe it, then you've got to say Peter Yan wins 7-3, yeah? But if we believe Marab, because he's been dominating everyone, you look at his resume, you look at everyone he's beaten, you look at the names he's beaten, we have to sort of believe Marab. Then for me, I can't lie, it's neck and neck. But Peter Yan was so dominant. You got to say maybe 6-4.
To be fair, Marab was dominant when he beat him. But we clearly saw that Peter Yan was...
But then again, is it a bit of a one-off for Peter Yan? Is it because some guys can have a good night?
Nah.
Some guys can have a very good night.
Nah. The reason why I say no is because...
Over 5 rounds.
Yeah, and also like... Bro, when it's all-round fighter, bro, yeah? All-round. Every facet of mixed martial arts in the 135-pound division, yeah? Peter Yan mixes it up the best, bro. Sean O'Malley, Corey Sanhagen... maybe Umar. Yeah, like Umar's right there. You know what I'm saying? With striking and grappling, but Peter, like, this is what I'm saying. This reminded me, like, Peter Yan was really that guy. And once he found his mojo again, like, yeah, he can beat Marab, bro. Of course he could beat Marab. But he beat him, like, this wasn't a Hail Mary first round, like, oh, he knocked him out. Like, you know what I'm saying? He beat him up. He beat him up in the 4th and 5th, where that's meant to be Marab territory, bro. Like, I know I'm going back to it, but I think you're saying 5 and 5. I think Peter Yan might have cracked the code, bro. I think if they rematch,
he
yeah,
did. Yeah.
I think if they rematch, like I don't see unless it's like
But then
Marab,
what if Marab?
unless Marab was feeling really weak, yeah, and that's why he couldn't get his takedowns. But if it's pure technique based, Peter Yan would go into that trilogy fight thinking, bro,
Yeah,
I'm gonna deal with this guy.
but what
Again.
if Marab comes back 6 months later, fresh, hasn't fought in between, just working, no injuries, nothing? Yeah. You don't think he can beat Peter?
Yeah, and on the counter argument, Peter Yan regains his belt, 2-weight one champion, finally cracked the Marab code.
We will talk about when you become a champion, that 10% better.
What about when you become 2-weight world champion? When you get over that hill again?
Yeah.
When Peter Yan was in the depths, bro. When people start saying he's a scrub, you know what I'm saying? Because he lost to Sean O'Malley, like you know what I'm
But
saying?
then I feel bad for Marab as well, man. Because imagine he had that fourth defense and it was successful. He would have been
Yeah, but bro,
unprecedented.
yeah, but Mo, this is
Bro, you're
fight.
arguing pound for pound number
I know,
one.
but Mo, this is fighting, bro. You put your
Yeah.
legacy on the line every time you go into the cage. And the truth of the matter is, when he signed on the dotted line, saying that I'm ready in 2 months because he wants to make history.
No, I'm not. I don't feel bad for him because he's saying he's injured. I just feel bad because he could have made history.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You put your legacy on the line. He weighed the pros and cons of fighting one more time this year. If we're saying that's the reason he lost, when he signed, when he came out the octagon and said, "I want to fight in December, put me on December," he's the one that seeked it. It wasn't the UFC.
You know, even looking at that now, that's actually mental. You know, how can you go through 5 rounds in a title fight and then fight again 2 months later in another 5 rounder?
Bro, he sparred.
That's not
he
normal.
sparred in the morning, bro.
Yeah, but that's not normal, though. You know, I think his coaches need to sit him down and his management because he could.
How are you gonna sit down, Marab?
He could have easily waited. I mean, is there not a pay-per-view in February or something like that? There's going to be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but bro, how are you gonna? Yeah, but he
there's
won.
no pay-per-views, but there's going to
Bro,
be.
if he defended his belt 4 times, yeah, in the year, I don't know if that's ever getting broken.
No.
Like that's legacy, bro. He chased legacy and it didn't work out. He's still right there, and there's an argument that he gets an immediate rematch. But for me, he should take a little bit of a break. Like it's just that.
What about some other fights? There was one fight, the Turkish guy Aslan.
Yeah, that was a
That was a mental fight.
Bro, they got to it straight away.
Yeah, I don't want to get the names wrong in it, but that fight was
That was a UFC 5, like
yeah.
UFC 4 back in the day.
No,
Button bashing.
no skill at all. It was a bar fight, but that was mental.
Jan
That was
Blachowicz against
insane.
Guskov ended up a draw.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean,
Not really much to say.
yeah. You just feel like
It's just a draw. That's it.
yeah.
Does nothing for both of them, to be honest.
And Jan Blachowicz, like you can just see he's over the hill, but he still dropped him.
Fair play, yeah.
Same with Guskov, he dropped him. Guskov, I don't think will do much in the light heavy. He's not. I don't feel like he'll win the belt or anything like that. We got a new player at lightweight though, Manuel Torres, knocked out Grant Dawson. He's gonna be ranked.
Yeah.
Torres got a few names. He's got a few knockouts. Drew Dober he knocked out earlier this year. Now he's got Dawson. You know what I'm saying? He's coming on nicely. So he's to watch out. And like Terrence McKinney, Chris Duncan, that's another one. Like McKinney, like I saw this meme, right? Where you're like, if you're McKinney's coach, and it's the guy that opens the fridge, yeah, and he's all smiling, and then he sees what's inside, and he's like, oh. Bro, for the first exchanges, you always think McKinney's gonna do it. He's gonna knock him out, or he's gonna submit the guy. And then, to be fair, Duncan is one tough guy, bro. Like
he's probably one for the London card.
Duncan.
I know he's Scottish, but still.
Yeah, but Duncan's been in some wars. He was in that Rebecki, you know the Polish guy? Bro, he's in wars. He's fought 3 times this year, yeah? March, August. Big up Chris Duncan. 3 wins this year, yeah? Solid work, I can't lie. 2 submission wins as well, but that's good. So big up to him. That was a good win. Macy Barber won. Oh, Fares Ziam. He's a problem. You know what I'm saying? He was far down the prelims, but he's a problem. From the knockout that he had against Frivola, and now the KO against Sadakov's a good fighter as well. Give Ziam a top 15, man. What will we put it like? He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And we need to
Edson Barboza.
Oh yeah, Jalen Turner.
Is that not his first fight back?
Yeah.
But Edson looked finished. He did not look like he looked completely past it.
Yeah,
I knew he was past it, but not that bad.
Vittori lost as well.
Yeah, Vittori's sort of, what is he? He's not going to be ranked now.
No,
He was
3-0
he was 15th, wasn't he, before this fight? 13th.
But Turner when he's on full flow, like, you know what I'm saying, he was fighting Hooker.
Why did he retire though?
Because his head was not in the game, so he took some time off.
He dominated him, but did he
Dominate him.
Oh yeah, are we sort of overhyping it? Was it because of his opponent? Was it because he's fighting a past it Barboza?
Mm.
Or was he really that good? It could be both. Sometimes that break can work for you, you know?
Yeah. I think we need to deep dive a little bit, but before we finish that, like, how would you rate the card? I thought it was good to close out the year.
Yeah, I'd say a 7 out of 10.
That
decent card.
7.
Yeah, 7.
You've given higher.
Yeah.
You've given higher to, like.
I know, but
bro, Peter Yan Morab was a
no, I'd say 7.5.
That's an 8 for me. That's an 8 for me. Yeah. I can't lie. The only reason I guess Pantoja and Van, we didn't really get but I think we need to talk about the fights that have been announced.
A lot of underdogs won that card. A lot of underdogs won. I'm pretty sure the whole main card was it not the underdogs winning. Yan was an underdog. Peyton was an underdog. I'm pretty sure.
No, Peyton was favored.
Was an underdog.
No, he was favored.
That just shows how far Cejudo's fallen. All right.
Tyra was.
No.
Was
an underdog.
Moreno, Tyra was favorite.
Tyra's favorite.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people put money on Moreno
because
you think the experience and whatnot. Yeah, no, the underdogs. A few of them won. The main one was Peter Yan. But yeah, going into the fight announcements, yeah, we've been announced. We got further announced even more fights yesterday. You see them?
I saw the ones for the press conference, but I probably missed the ones for yesterday. What happened?
Okay. Dan Hooker's fight in BSD.
On what card? He just fought?
On Australia. On the Lopez Volk.
Yeah. What about Izzy? Did we get Izzy?
No. Izzy's not there still. And guess what? We got Rufi against Fazeev. Rufi lost against BSD. He's ranked like 14 and he's fighting number 9 or 8.
Because that fight, stylistically,
it's a
good fight.
It's a mazza.
Because they're both very good strikers.
Yeah, look. Hooker Sandini. Hooker, that's a quick turnaround though, but I guess he just got submitted quickly. Like
he did though. Was his eye not messed up? His eye was messed.
I got BSD winning that fight. BSD's on a roll, bro.
And plus Hooker's eye as well. I'm pretty sure that eye was broke. The orbital damage. That did not look.
Bro, that's January 31st. That's not that long. Yeah. Fazeev v Rufi. Oi. Fazeev v Rufi. How do you think
you know what? Fazeev will be the favorite.
Wait, you think so?
He will. Because of Rufi's last performance was shocking.
Yeah, but is Fazeev gonna wrestle?
I know, but people are gonna go.
Are we going strike? If we're going strike,
no. I know, stylistically.
Wait. You sat in this chair.
No, I know.
No.
I still rate Rufi.
So you don't think you can beat Fazeev?
I was about to say I think he's gonna win, but Fazeev will be the favorite going off Rufi's last performance. But Rufi styles makes fights. I think Rufi has the style to beat Fazeev. Fazeev is very kick heavy. I don't think those kicks will do much damage against Rufi. I think Rufi's distance management is too good. And Rufi has hands as well. And Rufi can kick. I think Rufi has the higher IQ. Whilst Fazeev is just biting down, kicking his
I don't know, I thought Fazeev might try wrestle.
That's the thing. See, that's why it's interesting. Because if Fazeev is smart and he game plans well, he'll see this guy has a huge hole in his game. But it could be similar to Peyton and Cejudo, where we see a massive hole and he goes back to camp and he addresses it and he comes back a different fighter.
To be fair, I think Hooker v BSD could be a flipping war, you know.
How many wars does Hooker have left? Do you know what I mean?
BSD likes having a scrap, I can't lie. Less so now. He's tightened up. But that could go left real quick. Tuivasa's back.
Tuivasa's back?
Yeah, against Teixeira, Jimmy Crute, Jacoby. That's it being announced for. How do you feel? Do you know what? Quickly, do you remember when we got mad stick saying that Lopez is probably... There was an argument for immediate rematch or he's one fight away.
But I wouldn't have given it to him though. But him getting it... I just think though it's a bit of a sticky one if Lopez loses. I don't think it's smart for Lopez to take that rematch straight away.
What?
No, I don't think it is smart because look, Lopez, he has the ability to win, but what if Volk just nicks it again? What if Volk just gets the
Bro,
nod? Then
bro,
he's in trouble because you can't. Then you're cooked
Mo,
because you've lost twice to the
Mo,
same
they
guy.
offered him the title shot.
Nah,
Oh
he's
no,
never
do you
said
know
no.
what? I'm not ready, bro.
No, I get you. He can't say no, but Lopez cannot lose.
He won't.
His career, look, literally, his career's not on the line, but it sort of is. His future,
No, because Volk's gonna retire.
yeah, but his future at featherweight,
Why?
for me, and even if Volk retires, will he ever go down as the greatest featherweight of all time, knowing you lost twice to the same guy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, look at Max Holloway. He lost twice to
But
Volk.
he's not the greatest featherweight of all time, though, is he?
Yeah,
Volk
but he's in
is.
the convo. He's like
But
top
Volk
three.
is. But Volk is. He's in the convo, but Volk is the best.
Okay, but at least Lopez could strive to be in the convo.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. But Lopez now is no nonsense. He's got to block out all the noise. He has to win.
You think that?
He has to win. You can't lose twice.
You still favor Volk?
That first fight, I think Volk showed that his chin is still there, and because of that, unless Lopez can tone it down a bit and not come out like all guns blazing and fight behind a jab, and there's a game plan. Unless he can do that, I think Volk will get the nod again.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think stylistically Gene Silva could beat Volkanovski?
No, I don't think he can. Based off his performance against Lopez, but before the Lopez fight, he had a chance.
But that's what I'm saying.
But Lopez Lopez showed us that Gene Silva is very good, but is he upper echelon? Like, is he the?
Well, he's another one that's been booked.
Yeah, I know he's been booked to
Arnold Allen.
Yeah,
that's a great scrap.
like Arnold Allen is another wild one. He is, you know that,
bro. That's gonna be that's a sleep. I don't even know if it's a sleeper but that. Arnold Allen's another one with injuries and whatnot, not being active. It stifled him, but he's been in there with Holloway. He's been in there with Dan Hooker. Like, he's been in there with a few like upper echelon guys. Gene Silva needs to get the monkey off his back from the last performance. Like, as much as I rewatched that fight recently, he was landing smacks on Lopez. I can't lie. Like, second round, like, yo. And Lopez's chin, he was not to be denied that day. I won't lie.
But I think Lopez hated Gene Silva. That they don't like each other. So it's an ego thing. That's why he stood in the center of the cage and was banging with him. But I don't think banging is smart against Volk. You can't really do that.
Let me tell you something, yeah. I think, and I mentioned that when it first happened, I said, if Lopez makes certain adjustments and doesn't just like try and stalk Volk down and land a big punch, but actually is active, pressing, going for takedowns, going for submissions, everything, he can win. If he's just waiting there, like doing an Ngannou and just waiting for a big right hand.
Yeah, wants to counter with every.
You can't fight like that.
Because Volk's too smart.
You can't fight like that, yeah. And I think Lopez would have learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think Lopez got a real chance in that scrap. I'll be honest. I had Lopez winning the first one and I was wrong, but Volk, there's a lot of chat about Volk retiring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I haven't heard it.
I want to be honest, maybe I'm being a bit like, I want to see Lopez champ. Like, I've put my stocks in Lopez for a while. Yeah, he lost against Volk and he lost against Evloev. And I guess, like, what's happening with Murphy? Is Murphy going to fight Evloev? Is Murphy going to fight Aljamain? You know, that whole thing about, you know, people not getting title shots that they deserve. Evloev is like, bro, like, you're tweeting, are you fit? Are you healthy? If you're healthy, then, you know, it's the same thing with Arman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, what's this Paddy v Gaethje scrap? And what's it looking like for Arman? But at the end of the day, bro, like, and Dana White further confirmed it yesterday.
Yeah.
He further confirmed it. He was like,
they're not happy with Sarukian because of that fight he had with Makachev, the rematch that was booked.
Yeah.
And he pulled out and he didn't try and make weight. I don't know what the issue was exactly. He said it was a back, but I don't think it was a back issue. I think it was a weight cut.
But
issue.
I'm not also.
But he didn't console or try and get into contact with the UFC so that they can give him doctors and stuff.
Yeah.
The UFC hate that when you go AWOL.
Yeah.
They even go on to Charles Oliveira for that, even though Charles
Yeah,
had a
because
big
he had
car.
a big gash. Yeah, no.
But Charles didn't try and consult the UFC.
And they made him fight. They made him fight again.
Yeah, because
didn't
they can basically get you the best doctors, the best plastic surgeons,
Yeah,
whatever. If you don't try and do it through the UFC,
Yeah.
they'll feel the type of way. So Dana holds grudges. People forget.
But also, I won't lie. You ask anyone that watches the UFC properly, Sarukian was gonna make easy work of Hooker. You could have bet your life savings on that, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I get he was booked for a title shot and he's fought again, but it's like Hooker was always gonna be easy food for Sarukian. Like, it is what it is. Like,
And now Hooker's fighting before Sarukian, which is mental.
do you get it?
It's crazy, isn't it? But look, even then, though,
And also,
like, what does
not only that,
Sarukian
not only
underweight
that,
is?
like Sarukian refused the fight against Gamrot. Yeah,
that's what irritated the UFC.
that irritated that Gamrot has a win over Sarukian, bro. People have forgotten this. You don't want to get a win back. Like, he was inactive. He thought he was going to get the title shot. He ended up having to fight anyways. But what, you didn't want to fight someone that's already got a win against you? I don't know. He's made loads of mistakes in terms of management, like managing his stuff. And then at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be funny. Gaethje or Paddy, they win. If Ilya's ready, like, he's not fighting for time, so you need to fight the next guy.
100%. I mean, that interim belt is the same as being a mandatory challenger.
Yeah.
Like, you have to fight them.
And it's
unless it's John Jones and Aspinall, innit? Then
Yeah.
obviously.
And especially if Paddy wins. Now, if Paddy wins,
That's what
they
the UFC won. And I think that is what will happen.
You think Paddy will be in?
Yeah, I don't think Gaethje's all that.
Submission.
Yeah, submission, probably take it down. First of all, Gaethje has horrific grappling, even though he's a D1 wrestler. Again, another D1 wrestler who can't, it doesn't translate into MMA.
Yeah.
And I think Paddy's on a better run right now. Paddy's hot right now. Paddy's on a win streak, a mad win streak.
I know, but you look at the argument is you look at the names.
I know, but still, he's gonna come into that more confident.
He smashed Michael Chandler though. I can't lie.
Michael Chandler. Paddy has a good chin. Gaethje's only way of winning is obviously
knocking him out,
or even a decision. But Paddy has a very good chin, and Paddy's just on a good run. And I don't think Gaethje's that good. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's that good. And even if Gaethje beats, I think everyone should root for Paddy, because if Gaethje does get the nod against Paddy, I've already said him and Topuria is a 1 minute job. Topuria don't even have to train for that. That's a 1 minute job.
That's mad.
Do you not think it's a 1 minute job?
Yeah, I think
The
Ilya.
first 1-2 he lands will have him wobbly, and he's gonna stalk him and catch him.
You think Ilya sparkles Gaethje within 5? I could see that. Can't lie.
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
A 1 minute job. Within the first 5 punches. It's about 5 minutes. First 5 exchanges. Yeah, bro. Gaethje's.
I want to see Paddy v Ilya down the line, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, and also I do want to see Sarukian versus Ilya as well. I feel bad for Sarukian.
Who does he fight though?
Sarukian should just hold out, in my opinion.
What?
Yeah, I
mean, you're losing all your prime years, bro. Get in the octagon.
Who does he fight though? That's the thing. If
the winner of BSD, hook. Well, if BSD wins,
BSD is like, should he fight BSD? It's like,
bro, you're gonna sit out. Why are you trying to sit out?
He should fight the loser of Gaethje and Paddy, because they've just been in like a title fight. It would be a better look, and they're bigger names.
Yeah, because now we got the BMF. We got Oliveira v Holloway as well.
Good fight.
Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, it's at 155. I don't know.
That's a toss up.
Because Holloway looked very good
against Dustin
in his last fight at 155.
Against Dustin, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looked very good. And then he's got a knockout win over Gaethje as well. Like, he's a proper lightweight. I was against him going back down to featherweight. I even said it. I know he's fighting for the belt. You can't refuse it. But why kill yourself just to lose? He was on a run at 155. He was on a good run.
Yeah.
He's knocked out Gaethje, former interim champion. Poirier, former interim champion. 2 big names, 2 legends, yeah?
That could be a serious...
If he just hung around, it would have been him fighting for that interim belt against Paddy.
Well, no, but like now that Ilya's 155-pound champ, he wants that rematch as well.
Another fight as well. Sarukian could fight the winner of Oliveira and Holloway. That's another option for him as well. Because I can't lie, if Oliveira wins, if Holloway wins, he deserves a title shot.
Yeah, but Sarukian can't fight for the BMF.
No, that like as in, yeah, that's the thing as well. Do you put the BMF on the line? This BMF stuff is annoying as well. It's annoying as well, man.
Nah, bro. Like
annoying,
Sarukian ain't fighting for no
because
BMF, cuz.
if Holloway beats Oliveira, he deserves a title shot because of his. I mean, he's undefeated at lightweight. The
Yeah,
three
but-
names are mad.
So
deserves a
wait,
title
hold
shot.
on. So he skips Sarukian, yeah.
Not necessarily.
when does he fight?
Not
When-
necessarily skip Sarukian.
Ilya taking time off has really like.
Yeah, but then again, Ilya might not be back for a while, so they could just defend that interim belt.
Nobody wants to see
Nobody
defending
wants to
interims,
see
bro.
it, but that's what's gonna happen if Ilya doesn't come back. It's what Aspinall had to do. Aspinall had to defend against Curtis Blades.
defending the lightweight, bro.
Interim, yeah, but listen, that's what you
Nah.
do. You know, John Jones went back.
Yeah, but that was John Jones. That was because it's John Jones.
yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
What you do is strip Ilya. I don't want.
Why not?
I don't want to see a world where Gaethje's undisputed champion. Yeah, without beating Ilya. Do you
What
know
about
I
if
mean?
Paddy is?
Even that, it's not right. It's not right, though, innit?
Yeah, but when Ilya's ready, he goes straight into a title fight,
But
innit?
then what? Gaethje's defending his
Bro,
belt.
Gaethje, if Gaethje
Or
loses,
Paddy's defending his
if
belt.
Gaethje loses against Paddy, he's retiring.
And he will lose.
So after this, Gaethje is finished.
It's honestly such a nothing fight, you know. It's such a nothing fight.
I guess Michael Chandler, Gaethje,
could've-
like
no,
the
they-
resume is starting
They
to
probably
build.
should have. Yeah, they should have done Saruki and Paddy now. Looking at it,
Mm.
I don't know why they didn't do it.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
another fight as well. Nunes versus Kayla Harrison.
mm,
That's a very good fight.
I think Harrison wins. You know,
I think Nunes will spark her.
serious.
Yeah, man.
Was she looking shaky? She's looking a bit rusty.
It could, but I just think Nunes has good enough takedown defense to keep on the feet, and on the feet she's in trouble.
Mm.
Kayla's in trouble on the feet.
Mm.
Nunes is a monster, bro.
Mm.
Nunes is a monster, and if Nunes still has
Yeah,
that
but why are
knockout
you still
power-
thinking Nunes prime, bro? Like,
But it doesn't matter, man. Nunes didn't take any damage during her career, so it's not like she's worn out. Fighters that retire that have taken
to be
damage,
fair, Harrison going down to 135 is always tough for
yeah,
her.
but then Nunes has taken no damage. Like she's like, if
Yeah.
anything, she's probably just rested. She was so dominant.
Mm,
She's gonna spark her, bro. I just see it.
fairs. You didn't give your who do you like right here today? You think Oliveira v Holloway? How do you think it goes?
That's the thing.
Oliveira,
It's a tough
Oliveira,
one, man.
hey,
Oliveira's
Oliveira
on-
dealt with Gamrot
Yeah, that's
on
the
the
thing.
ground.
If you look at Oliveira's last win,
His
it's
tactics,
tough,
to,
man. Yeah,
he-
it's
he-
tough,
his
man,
tactics
because
is-
Holloway's a problem as well.
yeah, I
at
know, but his
155.
tactics against Topuria were stinky. But like,
Yeah. But Oliveira, no, but it's not like Holloway has that one punch knockout power. I mean, he's like he'll knock you out later on in the fight, you know.
He
as
can
he's
hurt
already
you.
done. Yeah, but you
no,
know
he can
what?
knock out. He can definitely
This is a
knock out
tough one.
Oliveira.
Honestly, I don't know who I want to go for that one. That is a 50-50.
Yeah, that is a 50.
It's a legit 50-50. I could see it going both ways. I don't see him submitting Holloway, but then I don't see Holloway knocking out Oliveira. But then if anyone gets a knockout, it's Oliveira. But then are you knocking out Holloway at 155? It's already hard to knock out. Only been knocked out once, I think.
I disagree. I feel like if there's gonna be a knockout, I think it would be Holloway, and I think if there's a submission win,
No, but I still think
you think Oliveira
Yeah,
could submit
yeah, but
Holloway?
Oliveira has more knockouts at 155. Oliveira's a knockout artist, you know. Oliveira can knock people out as well.
Of course, I know that, but
know what I mean?
the way he's fighting recently,
Yeah,
he's not trying to throw
yeah. It's a-
against Gamrot. He went band for band on the wrestling game, bro. And
Alright.
against Chandler, he stifled him.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one to call.
Yeah,
It's a difficult one. Yeah, it's a tough one.
but
I don't know what to say.
they
So
are now-
what Charles shows up as well.
yeah, it depends. If his game plan is on point, this, that, and the other.
But then again, Charles is a pressure fighter. If Charles pressuring Holloway, is that smart?
I think Charles can take Holloway down, though. I'll tell you that much.
When was the last time we saw Holloway get dominated in grappling? It's been a while.
Vogue 1,
Yeah.
Vogue 2, maybe.
Holloway has good takedown defense,
Yeah.
so it'll be tough for that. But yeah, I don't
Char-
know. It could go so many ways. It's a
Yeah.
good fight. It's a good
Bruh,
fight.
it's amazing fight.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we'll just touch on before we finished. It got announced for Houston, Strickland against Fluffy, number 3 against 4. Possibly, who's next in line after Imavov fights Chimaev?
Yeah.
I probably got Fluffy winning that, you know.
Yeah, Fluffy. Another fight as well. Da Costa versus Derek Lewis.
Yeah. I think Da Costa
Da
takes
Costa
Lewis.
sparks him. Yeah.
Yeah, he
If Da Costa
sparks him.
doesn't spark him, he's not as good as we think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he sparkers him. But yeah, that is it for today's episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to watch out for the clips of today's episode on TikTok and on Instagram at the Punches and Pundits account. And yeah, UFC 323 wrapped up. That's the end of UFC in 2025. We'll be back next year when the UFC starts up again, UFC 324. And we can't wait. We'll see you lot soon. Peace.